When the police arrived at the couple's house, both of them were in shock. Mother Susan and Father Josh were bombarded with questions. They had realized too late that they had trusted the wrong people. It all began when Susan became pregnant. The news of the baby had overwhelmed the couple with joy, as they had longed to become parents. But there was something that worried them both. Their cat, Lucy. They feared how Lucy would react to the baby. After Susan's pregnancy was confirmed, Lucy started approaching the young woman's belly and meowing constantly. This behavior struck the couple as odd. They couldn't determine whether the problem lay with the cat or with their unborn child. When they took their strange-acting cat to the vet, they learned that there were no health issues concerning Lucy. Everything seemed fine with the cat's health. Susan decided to consult her doctor without waiting for her regular checkup appointment. She needed to ease her mind. Since learning about her pregnancy, she had relied on her closest friend, Dora, who provided invaluable support. Fortunately, during the doctor's checkup, they found no reason to worry about the baby. All tests indicated everything was going smoothly. Upon returning home, Susan burst into tears. She didn't want to choose between her child and her cat. Dora comforted her, promising to stand by her side. A few weeks later, Susan finally gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Lily. The first few weeks seemed to go smoothly. Susan and Josh took care of their daughter at home, and Lucy appeared to have calmed down. When they returned to work and contemplated who would take care of the baby, Dora offered her assistance. However, panic ensued one day when Dora called Susan, stating that Lucy had not allowed her to leave the baby alone to sleep and had attacked her when she tried to approach or remove her from the room. The couple decided to observe the cat's behavior towards their baby for a while. Lily seemed to adore the cat, and Lucy seemed to love the little Lily. Josh eventually understood the problem. He noticed that the cat only behaved aggressively when the caregiver was present, but was calm when he was not. This theory troubled the young father. To understand what was happening, they decided to install cameras in the house. This way, even during the day, they could monitor Dora's actions. Josh found nothing suspicious when he reviewed the recordings. All he saw was the cat being constantly restless and not leaving the baby's side. However, he noticed something interesting. None of the night recordings were on the hard drive. When he turned on his laptop and realized that the night recordings were being deleted from the hard drive, he was stunned. Something strange was definitely happening. But what? He decided to back up the night recordings daily. Lucy had probably noticed something neither he nor Susan could have. The next day, Josh wanted to see the recording, and his suspicions were quickly confirmed. Josh was completely shocked, feeling his heart pounding in his chest. The more footage he watched, the more shocked he became. He had to call the police immediately. Josh explained what he had seen. They said they would come immediately. Josh knew he had just discovered something terrifying. Josh called Susan to come home immediately. Within minutes, she heard sirens outside her house. Josh showed his girlfriend the recordings, and she was shocked. A police officer told Susan she should be proud of her cat for sensing this. They watched the footage and immediately asked Josh more questions about the situation at home. "Where is she?" they asked. They wanted to ask her some questions. He gave them her number, but they couldn't reach her. Where was Dora? The police checked their database, but Dora was nowhere to be found. She wasn't registered anywhere. Susan had known her best friend for over 10 years. How could this be? But suddenly, a police officer came to them because they had found Dora hiding in the family home. The police found not only Dora's, but also her little girl's passport. The passport bore the name Elizabeth Holmes. She was wanted for child abduction in 17 countries. Susan and Josh were shocked. The fake Dora had planned to take the little baby abroad to sell her to a childless family. That's why she had to make a fake passport for little Lily. Lucy was the only one who noticed something about Elizabeth, so Lucy did her best to protect Lily from any danger. They managed to apprehend Elizabeth. She confessed to doing this only to support her poor family with money. Since then, Lily and Lucy have been inseparable. Lucy never stopped watching over Lily. Josh and Susan have been more cautious about who they let into their home.